What have I got here? Another 55 Buick Century two-door hardtop. Unfortunately, sadly, that this car was totaled by fire. It took out the whole interior engine compartment. The rear half of the car is pretty decent. And the reason it's in my garage is because the chrome bumpers and some of the trim and some other parts are okay. I haven't cleaned them completely and inspected them, but it looks like they're pretty much show quality. So the good part is that this old car here that caught on fire is going to donate some of its parts to Project 66R at a considerable saving for what it would cost to have my chrome redone. And there's some parts I do not need that there's some other people that are restoring old Buicks could use. So this car, even though it's a very sad story, a show-winning automobile, many awards, it's done, but it's going to help some other cars get on the road. So that being said, I need to get after this thing and start tearing it apart. And the first thing I need to do is get into the trunk. Apparently the fire department jammed a screwdriver in it, actually bent the trunk lid, and it won't open. So I think I gotta crawl in through the back. So we'll see what happens. Well, looks like I might have a good mirror, maybe, I don't know yet. And actually, so far, this looks pretty good. Don't know yet. Shockingly, this door opens. Actually, opens pretty good. The seat actually tips forward. But I need to get all that out of there somehow so I can get through into the trunk. I'm going to have to put a hazmat suit on. I got my rubber gloves on. I'm going to put a mask on. And we'll have to just see how far I get tonight. I was able to get the trunk open from the inside. I had to take the little clip off and take that off, and got it off. And the spare tire was there with the wheel. The wheel is not as good as I thought it was. It's got a little bit of like minute surface rust on it. But I'm surprised at the condition of this trunk, because the whole front was on fire in the rear seat. It's got a jack. Actually, all that cardboard is good. I could reuse that. Unfortunately, they damaged the rear of the trunk right here. They bent the shit out of it. But this is good. I need one of those. The bumper is very nice. And he's even got the little rubber trim down there that's perfect. I can use that. So that's all cool. It appears that the fuel tank is intact and good. Sway bar, exhaust system. I did notice some dents in the muffler, and I believe that's from them lifting it up. But I'll have to pull these drums, make sure it's good brakes. But all this stuff is new. That could be reused. I'm not sure about that shock link there. But who knows? We'll have to keep digging and figure out what's going on. It appears that my stainless here is going to be okay. These I need. Mine aren't too good a shape. Those are really nice. I've got re-chrome door handles, but those are really nice. Somebody else can use them. I'm not so sure about these two pieces. They got a little warm, and this one definitely got warm. I mean, it literally melted the pot metal portholes out, so they're gone. But what a stinky mess. I'll tell you what, I don't know. It's a mess. I don't really know how much more could be saved, if anything, on the interior. Here's the rear seat pieces. I don't think I'd want to reuse those rear springs. They're probably, the temper's gone out of them. And that's the one that was in the spare. And you can see it's a little, doesn't look quite right there. So I don't know what's going on, if that can be polished out or not, but it looks like it's not been heat damaged. And these are the two that were on the rear. They look pretty good. And the tires don't look like they've had any miles on them. I think this is a show queen, trailer queen. So we'll see what else we can save on it. And we'll go from there. Well, the process begins. Try to get all the material off of that metal. Not sure what's good on them cushions. They look pretty burnt, so they're probably no good. We have the rear seat springs, and they actually look pretty good. I don't know that they got super hot, but when they put it out with the fire truck, of course, it stayed wet for a long time and the springs are all rusty. But they still seem to be springy. Maybe somebody can use them for something. I hate to throw them away, but if nobody wants them, they'll be out in the scrap.